Welcome to Making a Murder, Rubberducky YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today on our daily MaM reading. We're doing the CASO Investigative Reports, 171 through 180 pages, Part 18. Page 171. Investigation continues. Investigator John Dietering, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 172. Type of activity, supplemental report, date of activity 11/08/05. Reporting officer, Deputy Rick Reamer. On Tuesday, 11/08/05, I, Deputy Rick Reamer, Unit Number 3832 of Calumet County Sheriff's Department, was assigned to collect evidence at the scene. I was also assigned with Deputy Nicholas J. Sablich of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department. I did recover the following items at the following GPS coordinates. Property tag number 8419 Winchester low brass shotgun shell, red in color, at north 44 degrees, 15.204, and west 87 degrees, 41.369, collected at 0843 hours. Property tag number 8420 Federal red shotgun shell at in 44 degrees, 15.204, and west 87 degrees, 41.369, collected at 0845 hours. Property tag number 8421. Brown shotgun shell at north 44 degrees, 15.205, and west 87 degrees, 41.369, collected at 0846 hours. Property tag number 8301. Red federal shotgun shell at north 44 degrees, 15.204, and west 87 degrees, 41.369, collected at 0849 hours. Property tag number 8422. Red federal shotgun shell at north 44 degrees, 15.204, and west 87 degrees, 41.369, collected at 0857 hours. Property tag number 8423. Red shotgun shell at north 44 degrees, 14.868, and west 87 degrees, 41.187, collected at 0903 hours. Property tag number 8429. Map page with MapQuest on it of the immediate area at north 44 degrees, 15.020, and west 87 degrees, 41.215, collected at 0913 hours. Property tag number 8425. Red shotgun shell at north 14 degrees, 14.498, and west 87 degrees, 41.631, collected at 1000 hours. Property tag number 8426. Arrow with an expandable tip broadhead at north 44 degrees, 15.218, and west 87 degrees, 41.476, collected at 1006 hours. Property tag number 8427. 4 green shotgun shells spent at north 44 degrees, 15.955, and west 87 degrees, 41.875, collected at 1012 hours. Property tag number 8428. Spent rifle shell, brass, at north 44 degrees, 14.810, and west 87 degrees, 41.868, collected at 1018 hours. Property tag number 8429. Spent rifle shells at north 44 degrees, 14.814, and west 87 degrees, 41.879, collected at 1021 hours. Property tag number 8302. 3 red shotgun shells at north 44 degrees, 14.829, and west 08 degrees, 41.916, collected at 1024 hours. Property tag number 8303, 2 red shotgun shells at north 44 degrees, 14.854, and west 87 degrees, 41.943, collected at 10:36 hours. Property tag number 8304, shotgun shells at north 44 degrees, 14.842, and west 87 degrees, 41.951, collected at 10:38 hours. Page 173. Property tag number 8306, 2 yellow 20-gauge shotgun shells at in 44 degrees, 14.805, and west 87 degrees, 41.902, collected at 10:45 hours. Property tag number 8307, background for an aquarium at north 44 degrees, 15.312, and west 87 degrees, 41.48, collected at 12:56 hours. Property tag number 8308, 2 shotgun shells, 2 of those spent, 1 live, at in 44 degrees, 15.275, and west 87 degrees, 41.832, collected at 13:45 hours. Property tag number 8309, white thread at north 44 degrees, 15.283, and west 87 degrees, 41.581, collected at 14:15 hours. Property tag number 8310, paper towel with blood on it at in 44 degrees, 15.254, and west 87 degrees, 41.494, collected at 15:25 hours. Property tag number 8311, pair of blue jeans with a hair fiber at north 44 degrees, 15.244, and west 87 degrees, 41.606, collected at 16:20 hours. Property tag number 8312, 1 pair of black pants with hair fiber at north 44 degrees, 15.244, and west 87 degrees, 41.606, collected at 16:05 hours. At approximately 6:30 hours, Sergeant Bill Tyson, Deputy Nicholas J. Sablich, and I recovered 2 burn barrels from the Avery property. One of those was marked burn barrel number 4. Deputy Rick Reamer, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 174. Type of activity, supplemental report, date of activity 11/08/05. Reporting officer, Deputy Rick Reamer. On 11/08/05, I, Deputy Rick Reamer, Unit 832 of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, was required to collect evidence from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab. I was also required to collect property from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab personnel. At 17:14 hours, I did collect from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab, who had brought the items up to the Calumet County Command Post, property tag number 8314, which was contents of barrel number 2. At 17:16 hours, I collected property tag number 8313, which was a RAV4 license plate with an 06 sticker. At 17:18 hours, I collected property tag number 8315, a RAV4 license plate. At 17:26 hours, I collected the contents of the cell phone barrel, property tag number 8316. At 17:28, I collected the contents of barrel number 3, property tag number 8317. At 17:32 hours, I collected property tag number 8318, the contents sifted from the burn pit near Stevens' residence and garage. At 17:34 hours, I collected property tag number 8319, the contents of barrel number 4. At 17:35 hours, I collected property tag number 8320, a stained rock from the gravel mound. At 17:37 hours, I collected property tag number 8321, tissue from a gravel mound. At 17:39 hours, I collected property tag number 8322, Leighton Lifts. At 17:45 hours, I collected property tag number 8323, Mountain Dew pop can on other side of fence adjacent to Mercury license plate car. At at 17:47 hours, I collected property tag number 8324, a front driver's seat cover, bronze Honda Civic. At 17:49 hours, I collected property tag number 8325, panties, purple thong, from the white trailer near the license plate car. Page 175. At 17:54 hours, I collected property tag number 8326, a white blanket and a coffee can from the middle seat of the silver Renault. At 17:56 hours, I collected property tag number 8327, a front passenger seat fabric from a gold or bronze Honda Civic. At 17:58 hours, I collected property tag number 8328, cuttings from a carpet on middle passenger seat under blanket from silver Renault. All items listed were transported to the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, where they were turned over to the evidence locker. At approximately 18:30 hours, Special Agent Tom Sturdivant of the Department of Criminal Investigations, an assistant by the name of Deb Strauss, and I recovered a brown tarp with burnt material on it. Deputy Rick Reamer, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 176. Type of activity: receipt of evidence from Wisconsin State Crime Lab. Date of activity: 11/08/05. Reporting Officer Investigator John Dietering. Documents generated: Evidence Property Custody Document. On Tuesday, 11/08/05, at approximately 21:19 hours, I, Dietering, did receive fabric samples collected from couch cushions from both the Steven Avery and Charles Avery residences. The Wisconsin State Crime Lab had conducted a luminol examination of both residences, and in addition to probable blood evidence, which had already been gathered, did locate possible blood areas on the couches. At 21:30 hours, I left the Avery's auto salvage yard area, and at 22:23 hours, I arrived at the Sheriff's Department with the evidence. The evidence was secured in the evidence room. Investigation continues. Investigator John Dietering, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 177. Type of activity: supplemental report. Date of activity: 11/09/05. Reporting Officer Lieutenant Kelly Sipple. I, Lieutenant Sipple, returned to Avery property on Wednesday, 11/09/05, at approximately 7 o'clock a.m. Once at the command post, we were informed that a tip had been received that there was an old cabin off of Jumbo Creek Road and Twin Bridge Road. Deputy Schultz and Deputy Windling were dispatched to check out that location. It should be noted that upon their return, they indicated they did not observe or locate anything unusual or out of the ordinary. At approximately 10:55 hours on the morning of Wednesday, 11/09/05, a locksmith had arrived at the command post to assist in opening a safe within one of the office areas. The evidence team that was working the Avery house responded with the locksmith to the office area where he assisted in opening the safe. The locksmith had left the crime scene at approximately 11:08 hours on 11/09/05. At approximately 13:24 hours on 11/09/05, I, Sipple, received the dental records of Teresa Halbach from the Kaukauna Police Department. I received the dental records from a Lieutenant John Van Durnham. At approximately 13:25 hours, I, Lieutenant Sipple, turned over the dental records to DCI Agent Jim Holmes. Around 14:40 hours on 11/09/05, I, Lieutenant Sipple, had been advised by Manitowoc County that there were two individuals walking southbound from State Highway 147 along the fence line approaching the north perimeter. Lieutenant Herman of the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, along with another deputy, pursued the individuals, who then turned back and went back out towards State Highway 147 and Avery Road. Lieutenant Herman was able to make contact with both subjects and brought them back to my location. The first subject was identified as James L. Guix, date of birth 09/08/56, of 3818 State Highway 147 Two Rivers, Wisconsin 54241. The second subject was John Final, date of birth 08/07/69, 3419 State Highway 147 Two Rivers, Wisconsin 54241. Guix is an uncle of Final. Both subjects informed me that they were walking in the fence line south of State Highway 147 in an attempt to assist us in locating Teresa Halbach. I informed both subjects that area had already been searched by our search parties, and it would be in their best interest that they do not attempt to breach the property again, or they would be arrested. Both subjects were taken back out to the highway by Lieutenant Herman and released. On 11/09/05, I, Lieutenant Sipple, along with Deputy Ken Matuzek of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, entered the Allen Avery residence with a Carla, who would be the granddaughter of Allen Avery. We entered the residence in an attempt to remove some insulin medication and equipment that was needed by Carla's grandmother, Allen Avery's wife. Upon entering the residence from the rear, we entered a living room area where, page 178, we located 3 boxes related to insulin medication and 1 small cylinder canister with insulin. We entered the residence at 18:58 hours, and we were out of the residence at 19:02 hours. Lieutenant Kelly Sipple, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 179. Type of activity: receipt of recorded conversations between Jody Stachowski made to Steven Avery's cell phone. Date of activity: 11/09/05. Reporting Officer Investigator John Dietering. Documents gathered: none. On Wednesday, 11/09/05 at 08:51 hours, I, Dietering, did receive a CD that Detective Jacobs of the Manitowoc Sheriff Department had made. He stated the information on the CD consists of telephone calls placed from the Manitowoc County Jail, where Jody Stachowski is being housed, to the cellular phone of Steven Avery. He stated these were calls that took place on 11/08/05. Investigation continues. Investigator John Dietering, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Page 180. Type of activity: supplemental report. Date of activity: 11/09/05. Reporting Officer Deputy Jeremy Hawkins. On 11/09/05, I, Deputy Jeremy Hawkins of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department, was asked to get some evidence ready to be sent with DCI Agent Joy for transport to the Wisconsin State Crime Lab in Madison. The following items were made ready to transport down to the Wisconsin State Crime Lab: property tag number 8315, the contents of barrel number 1. Property tag number 8314, the contents of barrel number 2. Property tag number 8317, the contents of barrel number 3. Property tag number 8319, the contents of barrel number 4. Property tag number 8318, the contents sifted from a burn pit near Steven Avery's residence garage. Property tag number 8316, the contents from the cell phone barrel. Property tag number 8313 and 8305, license plates from the victim's RAV4 vehicle. Property tag number 8320, stained rock from gravel mound. Property tag number 8321, tissue from a gravel mound. Property tag number 8314, a key. Property tag number 8012, 2 keys on a key ring bearing 2003. Property tag number 646, samples from a possible blood spot. All items were given and signed over to DCI Agent Joy to be transported to the Wisconsin State Crime Lab in Madison. A transmittal letter and a cover sheet were also given to DCI Agent Joy for the items. At approximately 11:57 p.m., I, Deputy Hawkins, continued to log items into evidence that were located at the Avery property. At 2:24 a.m., I stopped logging items taken from the Avery property. All items were secured in short-term secure storage, while I was not logging the items into the computer system. At 4:31 a.m. on 11/10/05, I returned to logging in items into evidence from the Avery property. All property was placed into long-term secure storage after the items were logged in. Deputy Jeremy Hawkins, Calumet County Sheriff's Department. Okay, let's go ahead and start our review. We're going to jump to page 172. And you can tell that this is where Rick Reamer has done his supplemental report on the 8th. And he has a lot of little pieces of evidence, everything from shotgun shells to MapQuest map. He's got an arrow, spent rifle shells again, a lot of rifle shells. We go on to page 173. We get more shotgun shells, a background for an aquarium, more shotgun shells, a white thread, paper towel with blood on it, pair of blue jeans with hair fiber, and one pair of black pants with hair fiber. Now, what draws my attention is these black pants, because that is the color of pants that the victim was reported to be wearing. So let's go ahead and take a map. Somebody else has done the work for us. I'd love to thank them, but I don't know where this map came from. It's just in a pile of different maps that we happen to have. So if you did this work, we thank you very much, and the world's going to benefit. All right, guys, let's take a look at that map. So I've brought up the map for us now. Like I said, somebody else has been kind enough to provide this map, and we're going to use it to, I didn't even realize this had everything that was in that list already marked. So we used this map a while ago, a few reads ago, about deer camp right here. And then the dog went like this and came down to Cuss Road, where the investigators stopped the cadaver dog, even though cadaver dog was trying to get at this activity. And they said that it was a criminal crime scene there and could not let the dog through. They called the sheriff, and Sheriff Pogel denied the dog access. So that's what's going on over here. Now, what's interesting is here's where the evidence that's listed there was found. Shotgun shells, the MapQuest map. Over here, another shotgun shell. Over here, you have the background for the aquarium. Here you have that broad arrowhead, paper towel with the blood on it. Here you have the blue jeans. Here you have the black pants. You have 4 shotgun shells over here, about a quarter of a mile. Well, not over here. It's actually about a quarter mile north. So this map has become very handy. But look over here, just off the beaten path since it's on the map. Orange box says pelvic bone. So here's where the pelvic bone was found. And this is the county-owned land in red. And then the blue is outlining the Randant area. So this is where the pelvic bone was found. That's a long ways from Steve Avery's. All right, let's get back to our read now. Okay, so I'm on page 174. It's another supplemental report. It's on the 8th, and it's with Rick Reamer. And you can see here that he talks about what he's doing here is collecting property from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab personnel and the crime lab itself. So this is on 11/08/05. It's Rick Reamer, and he was required to collect evidence collect evidence from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab. And he was also required to collect property from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab personnel. So he states he did collect from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab, who had brought the items up to the Calumet County Command Post. And it talks about what property tags, and this one is property tag number 8314 barrel 2. Keep that in mind. Now let's just watch the property barrels, okay? So this one is the contents of this cell phone barrel, property 8316. And then this is barrel 3, property tag 8317. Then, of course, the sifted pit stuff. And then this one is property tag 8319, the contents of barrel number 4. This is interesting, I thought, right here. It says he collected a property tag 8325 panties purple thong from the white trailer near the license plate car. Now, he continues on to page 175. He gets a white blanket, coffee can, gold bronze Honda Civic seat, or the cover, cuttings from the carpet in the middle passenger seat under a blanket from the silver Renault, and all of it's taken to the county. But none of that is as important as what we're about to understand. Now, this is going to get a little complicated. We're going to scroll along. We're going to come back to these other pages if needed. But we just got done hearing that on the 8th, who was it again? Let's go back up. I want to make sure we get this. This is really important. So right here you have it. 11/08/05, Deputy Rick Reamer was required to collect evidence from Wisconsin State Crime Lab and collect it from the property from personnel from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab. And he's naming all 4 barrels and some latent prints. And he's collected on the 8th from the State Crime Lab. But then you get to Jeremy Hawkins, who's the custodian for the evidence. And he's taking the following items were made ready to transport down to Wisconsin State Crime Lab on the 9th, the day after they've come back from the crime lab, according to Rick Reamer. Now Jeremy Hawkins is getting the same barrels. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Contents of the burn pit. The cell phone battery. See here, this is what I don't get. 8316, the contents from the cell phone barrel. That's 5 barrels. But in the other one, we didn't have barrel 2 ever mentioned. Let's go back and look at that. Scrolling's my favorite pastime. Didn't I tell you that? All right, so let's count. Let's get another color. Oh, let's use red because it stands out so good. So, let's see here. This is barrel 2. All right. This is the cell phone barrel. This is barrel 3. And this is barrel 4. So I misspoke. It's the first barrel that we're missing. We don't have the first barrel in the first list with Rick Reamer. And he's picking it up from the crime lab on the 8th. Let's go back over. So now we're back to, I know, back and forth, right? Deputy Jeremy Hawkins, it's the 9th. What's he doing? The following items were made ready to transport down to Wisconsin Crime Lab. Barrel 1, which this is the first we're seeing that. Oh, that's a terrible circle. We'll underline it or highlight. We'll highlight it. Okay, 2, 3, 4. And the area near Stevens burn pit that was sifted. Cell phone barrel. License plate. Stained rock. Tissue from gravel mound. A key. Now here you go. Pay attention. A key. 2 keys on a key ring bearing 2003. What year did she get her vehicle, you guys? 2003. What are we looking for? 2 keys. Why don't we find out whose keys those are? How come they don't give us any DNA reading on them? And how is this happening? All items were given and signed over to DCI Agent Joy to be transported to Wisconsin State Crime Lab in Madison. A transmittal letter and cover sheet were also given to DCI Agent Joy for the items. I don't get it. So they got it back from the crime lab on the 8th. He goes and picks it up. Rick Reamer picks it all up on the 8th. Was required to collect evidence from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab. I was also required to collect property from the Wisconsin State Crime Lab personnel. Barrel 2, cell phone. Barrel 3, license plates sifted from the burn pit. Barrel 4, stained rock on the gravel. Tissue from gravel mound. Latent lifts. Mountain Dew pop can. And now we've got it again. We've got barrels. We've got a cell phone barrel. We have a license plate from the victim. We have the stained rock. We have the tissue from the gravel mound. We do not have the Mountain Dew can. We do not have the tissue. We have keys. So something's going on here. It doesn't make any sense. Unless they've literally doubled up the barrels. For some reason, this makes no sense to me, you guys. Right here, we have a breakdown. Something is not right. We either have Deputy Jeremy Hawkins screwing this up, or we have Rick, or whatever his name is, sorry. Yeah, Rick Reamer screwing it up. Why would they bring it back and then take it back? All right. So, I believe that concludes our read. I know I got stuck on that, but I don't even know what to think about it. I don't even know where to go with that. I think what we need to do is we need to, I'll talk to the researchers. We need to take this list and we need to compare it to the other list. I'm thinking we should just grab it and look at it now. What are we missing, you guys? Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, here we go. Let's grab this list. Now let's go down to the other location. And let's just pop it up. Make it smaller so we can see. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, we can make it a little smaller. So, burn barrel 2. Let's get a pin. Be easier that way. Burn barrel 2. Got it. Okay. RAV license plate with 06 sticker. License plate from vehicle RAV 4. So there's both of those. Okay. I collected property tag number. Whoops. Okay, that's the other license plate. He's got that. Cell phone barrel. Let's look here. Cell phone barrel right there. Barrel 3. We've got that. Okay. So that's down to here. Sifted from the garage. Okay, right here we've got this. Yep. Stained rock. There's the stained rock. Tissue. Okay, we've got the tissue right here. We can cross both of those off. Latent lifts. So they have some prints here. Right here. Let me get that back into view for you. They have the latent lifts right here, which are prints, fingerprints. And do we have that here? Nope, we don't. All right. And then the Mountain Dew can, right here, 8323. So do we see 8323 anywhere in here? No. So why are these lists missing the Layton lifts and the Mountain Dew can? But yet, in this list, we've got a key here and 2 keys on a ring here. And then we also have samples of possible blood spot. So these 3 items here and barrel 1, they are not on the other gentleman's list. All right, guys. Well, there's enough confusion for the day, I think. Sorry it took so long. I'm literally working this out with you guys. I actually saved this research to do with you so that you can get the feel and you can understand. Nobody is really smarter than anybody else. We're just all working together, and it takes all of us to figure this out. It's absolutely confusing. I thank you for staying with me and working through it. All right, guys. Sorry about my cold this week. I am getting better, by the way. But I do a lot of reading, as you know, so thank you so much. Well, that was thoroughly confusing. All right, guys, thank you for joining me on the Daily MaM Reading with the CASO Investigative Reports, and that was the conclusion of Part 18. I know it's going to get a little bit more confusing as we go, so brace yourself on that. I'm doing my best, hoping that, providing maps and visuals to keep in context what they're talking about, pull it out of the numbers and show you on the actual map where things were found and so forth. I hope that helps. But I thank you for your support and showing your love by supporting Brendan and Stephen with public awareness. Share videos, share tweets. Maybe you do Facebook or something like that. Whatever you can do helps. If you didn't do the crime, you shouldn't do the time. I want to thank you each individually for staying with me on this read, and hopefully we don't get too much more confused. Have a great evening.